Lawrence woke up feeling very hungry. He decided to fry some eggs and bacon with bread. He had just finished frying the eggs when his doorbell rang. "I'm coming," says Lawrence. He walks towards his door and looks through his door hole. Then he smiles and opens for his friend Drake. "Hey man, what's up?" "I'm okay man, thanks for having me," says Drake. "Anytime," replied Lawrence. Drake, Lawrence's good friend, enters the house with two large duffel bags slung over his shoulders. He has just returned from an extended trip abroad, and the signs of his absence are clear in his travel-worn appearance. His house, in need of some repairs and a complete makeover, has been handed over to contractors for a renovation. He hadn't been home long and he really missed his best friend Lawrence. During one of their calls earlier in the week, Drake casually mentioned that he planned to stay at a hotel while the renovation work was being done. Lawrence wouldn't hear of it. "Why would you waste money on a hotel when you could stay with me?" Lawrence had said, his voice firm with a mix of brotherly affection and insistence. Drake, despite his initial reluctance, had eventually agreed. Now here he is, standing in the familiar warmth of Lawrence's living room, the comforting scent of home-cooked meals drifting from the kitchen. As he drops the bag at his feet, a smile spreads across his face. Lawrence walks over to greet him, arms open for a hug. "Welcome home, man," Lawrence says, the grin on his face mirroring Drake's. "Feels good to be back, buddy," Drake replies, relieved to be in the company of his closest friend. "Come with me, I'll show you to your room," says Lawrence. "Thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate this. I'll be out of your face soon." "Come on, dude, it's nothing. You know how happy I am having you here." You're happy for now till your babe comes around and you both have to go hush hush." "Yo, come on bro," says Lawrence, and they both laugh. "Liz and I aren't like that yet, still getting to know each other." Don't mind me bro, just kidding, okay?" says Drake. Speaking of Liz, she's coming with her friends this evening. "I know they are obviously coming to check who the new dude is," says Lawrence. Reviews and rating," says Drake. "Yeah, you know the game bro." "Ladies," says Drake. They both laugh and start to catch up on past events. Lawrence had met Liz at their annual end of the year party at work. Liz works for one of their clients and she had come as a representative of the company. She was exceptionally beautiful and all through the night Lawrence was restless until he had a spot beside her. 3 months later, they became official, but they are keeping things simple. Liz fears a heartbreak, but Lawrence loves her to bits. It's obvious she's seeking the approval of her friends tonight. That is why all three are coming to visit. A few times he's been to her house, he had met Bernice casually. Tonight, he will be meeting Liz's roommate Sandra, who has been away for some months now. Much later in the day, Liz tries on the 5th dress for the day. She can't keep still. She is nervous about tonight because her roommate and best friend Sandra will be meeting Lawrence for the first time in person. They have had a few chats over the phone, but for some reasons they have not been lucky to meet each other. Liz values Sandra's opinion and she is hoping Sandra approves of him. "How do I look?" asked Liz. "Pretty babe, come on, relax. He should count himself lucky to have you." "I swear I'm so in love with him, Sandra. I can't hold back again. I think we might do it tonight." "Don't even know why you waited this long in the first place," replied Sandra. "I just didn't want to come off as cheap." "Oh please, sister, that's so old school. A man will leave you if he wants to leave. It doesn't matter if he met you a virgin or not. It's the way they are wired." Their doorbell rings and in walks Bernice. "Hey babe, you look nice," says Liz. "Thanks Liz," replied Bernice. "I think you should wear your hair down some more. You have a way of coming off as ordinary, if you know what I mean," says Sandra. "Sandra!" exclaimed Liz. "Well Sandra, I love my looks. I don't need your opinion," replied Bernice. "Whatever," says Sandra. At exactly 6:10 p.m. the girls arrived at Lawrence's place. Sandra is dressed in a beautiful bodycon dress. You would almost think she's going for an event. Bernice wore a nice simple t-shirt and blue jeans with nice sneakers. She looked simple but pretty. She has her hair packed in a ponytail style with a simple makeup on her face to complement her looks. Liz wore a simple custard yellow dress that highlights her lovely figure, allowing her hair to cascade freely over her shoulders. She wore brown heels to match her outfit, a moderate makeup, and a slim purse. The three ladies looked gorgeous as they filed into Lawrence's sitting room. You could feel the hair around change instantly. "Hello, ladies," says Lawrence as he opens the door for the ladies. "You all look gorgeous." "Thank you," replied Bernice. Sandra smiles while Liz and Lawrence hug each other. Lawrence kissed her slightly on the lips. "How are you, baby?" asks Lawrence. "I'm fine," says Liz shyly. "You look lovely. Thanks, love." Then he kissed her again on the lips. "Justice for the single ones here tonight," says Sandra, and they all laugh. "I'm sorry, I've missed her terribly. I hope she isn't planning on going on with you guys tonight." "Don't start, babe," says Liz to Lawrence. "Okay, so that's Sandra. Bernice, you know already." "Ah, yes, Sandra. Please tell me I've got a pass mark, at least a B+. They all laugh. "Oh, please, don't mind Liz. I don't have a say in this. I have heard a lot of good stuff about you, and I see you're a gentleman. So please, it's a pass." "Thank God," says Lawrence. And they all laugh. Then Drake walks in. "Hey ladies, this is my friend Drake. He came in today. He's staying with me briefly till he sorts out his apartment." "Hey Liz," says Drake as they share a brief hug. "You look absolutely gorgeous." "Thank you, Drake. I've heard a lot about you. I'll really help good things." "Of course, Drake." "Hello ladies." "Hi," says Bernice. Sandra smiles. "You both look lovely too," says Drake. "Thanks," replied Bernice. "Looks like you don't do a lot of talking." Drake directs this to Sandra. "I do. And I think a smile is more than enough," replied Sandra. Spicy. I like spicy girls. Don't make me come for you." "It would be a waste of time, dude. Don't sweat." "Calm down, guys," says Liz. "Come on, Sandra, be nice." "I'm smiling, Liz. When I'm nasty, I don't smile," says Sandra. "Good. That means I still have a chance to win your heart and make you like me," says Drake. "Okay, guys, what would you like to drink or eat? Can we start with red wine?" asked Lawrence. So the ladies voiced their preferences, and soon the group was divided into two. Bernice, Liz, and Lawrence gathered around, shuffling a deck of cards, laughing as they dealt out hands for a friendly game. Meanwhile, Drake and Sandra sat off to the side, watching the lively scene unfold. Drake leaned back in his chair, glancing at Sandra. "So tell me, what does Sandra do?" Without hesitation, she responded, "I'm into interior designing for multinationals, and I also manage their events on the side." Drake nodded, impressed. Nice. Where do you live?" Sandra turned to him, raising an eyebrow. "Why are you asking so many questions?" "That's the second, if I'm correct," Drake replied with a teasing smile. "It's a lot already," Sandra shot back with a smirk. "Shouldn't you be worried about the fact that you have no roof over your head?" "Yeah, I'm sorting that house. Doesn't stop me from getting to know you though." Sandra tilted her head slightly, intrigued but guarded. "Why do you want to know me?" Drake paused for a moment, then shrugged with a grin. "Why not? You seem interesting. Besides, we're here. Might as well make a good conversation." Sandra's lip curled into a half smile. "We'll see about that." "I like you already. The nastier you get, the more you give me reasons to want you," says Drake. "Guy, do I need to kiss you before you get off my back?" asked Sandra. Let me think about it. I like the nasty you. I would want you to continue, but a kiss sounds tempting," says Drake. "Oh, in your dreams," says Sandra. "What is it about me you don't like, really?" Drake asked. "I like serious-minded guys who can afford to sort their rent and not squat with their friends." "So, is that what this is about?" "Well, I'm too independent to babysit a man." "You won't have to. I can take care of myself. Please tell me there's one thing you like about me, please," says Drake. Right now, Sandra has had enough. "Liz, I think I'm done here and I want to leave." "Come on, Sandra, we've only been a minute." "Whatever. Lawrence, please pardon me. Bernice, let's go." "Don't bother, Sandra. I'll call a cab when I'm ready to leave," says Bernice. "Even better. Good night, everyone." Sandra picks up purse and walks towards the door. Liz calls out after her, "Sandra! Sandra!" Sandra does not answer. She walks out of the apartment and Liz runs after her. Bernice says nothing. She sits and looks unbothered. "Hey, I'm sorry, Lawrence. I meant no harm," says Drake. "Nah, it's okay," says Lawrence. Moments later, Liz returns. She left. "You know, sometimes I sit back and I wonder why you tolerate her this much. Pardon me, guys, but I'm just tired of one person making each moment about her," says Bernice. "Come on, Bernice, you know she's not always like that," Liz replies. When a person acts a certain way 90% of the time, that pretty much defines who they are, says Bernice. Drake, I'm so sorry. Maybe she's in a bad mood. She's a sweet person. The lie you tell yourself, says Bernice. It's nothing really. I should apologize for almost ruining a good night. I think I should step, says Drake. And why would you want to do that? Asks Bernice. Sit here, mister. Let me whoop your ass. They all laugh. Oh, really, girl? I'm good. You don't want to try me, replied Drake. Bring it on, dude, says Bernice. They laugh and start to shuffle the cards again. They enjoyed each moment and Bernice won most of the time. Are you sure you aren't cheating, says Drake. Is that your ego speaking now, Drake? I told you I'd whoop your ass. They all laugh again. And around 10 p.m., Bernice decided she has had enough and it was time for her to leave. I'll order a ride now, says Bernice. Oh no, I'll drop you off. At least I'm responsible for your ride leaving you behind, says Drake. Oh please, don't mind Miss High and Mighty. You're not to blame. I hate to stress you. I'll just order a ride. Come on, I insist. It's the least I can do. Okay, I'll take it. But only because you insist, replies Bernice. Thanks, Drake, says Liz. Nah, it's nothing, replied Drake. Bernice, let's go. These two look like they can't wait for us to be out of their way. They all laugh. Drake and Bernice walk out of the apartment. When they got out, Drake unlocks his car with a key and the lights to the G-Wagon blinks. He opens the door for Bernice. Oh, don't be too nice, Drake. I have a problem with nice guys. You too? Why am I suddenly getting on the nerves of the pretty ladies? I used to have a certain charm they can't resist. Bernice laughs. Oh, trust me, you do. I just don't need you adding nice to it. That will wound me totally. I'll start to haunt you in your dreams till you fall in love with me. Drake laughs. Okay, you're the funny one then. Nah, I just love a good relationship. Some call it people pleasing. I've stopped bothering myself over that. I hate to part on a bad note, but I am assertive when I need to. Oh, not a pushover then, says Drake. Not a pushover, replied Bernice. The ride to Bernice's place was a pleasant one. Laughter filled the car as they chatted about almost anything that came to mind. Bernice learned a little more about Drake. He's a tech guy with a love for classic jazz and romantic comedies. Jazz wasn't exactly a thing, at least not yet, but she was definitely a rom-com girl. Jazz didn't seem like a bad idea though. She just had never given the genre a chance. During their conversation, she also gathered that Drake's house had a minor roof leakage, which prompted him to start the renovation. He had been putting it off for a while. It was a perfect excuse to get everything done at once. When they pulled up at Bernice's place, they exchanged numbers before she stepped out, a smile lingering as she walked to her door. Drake drove off, feeling satisfied. When he got home, it was just as he had expected. Lawrence and Liz were nowhere in sight. His thought drifted back to Sandra. He really liked her. He knew her type though, the kind that liked to play hard to get, but he was patient. And in his experience, they always came around in the end. He wasn't done with her yet. So a plan formed in his mind. Liz could help move things along. He will talk to her tomorrow. Chapter 2. The next morning, Drake was making coffee in the kitchen when Liz walked in wearing Lawrence's shirt. From the look of things, his friend would be in a good spirit all through today. Hey Liz, sleep well? You bet I did, replied Liz. Breakfast? Nah, but I would love a cup of coffee. Can I make one? Of course, but my treat, I'll fix you up, replied Drake. Thank you. I'll put in a word for you with Sandra. She needs to see this side of you. Drake laughs. Speaking of Sandra, I like her. What's the deal? Honestly, Sandra is a nice person. They didn't look like that last night, Lawrence says as he walks into the kitchen. He hugs Liz from behind. Hey baby, says Lawrence. Hey you. How come you left me in bed? I didn't want to disturb your beauty sleep. You should have, Lawrence says, and he kissed her. Guys, I'm here, says Drake. They both laugh. But really baby, Sandra is cool. I agree she has her off days, but she is sweet. I like her, says Drake. Tough and nasty is your thing. I leave it to you, says Lawrence. Help me reach her, Liz. Okay, we'll see, replied Liz. Or is she seeing someone? None that I know of. Good, says Drake. Here's your coffee. Don't be nice to my woman, says Lawrence. He has this charm. You might end up falling for him. Liz gives Lawrence a gentle punch in the stomach. And he fakes a little pain. Oh, they all laugh. So a few days later, the girls go out for a drink. Liz had told Drake about their Saturday night out, so Drake and Lawrence had planned to stop by so that Drake can have some time with Sandra. Sandra, do you know that Drake has not stopped talking about you, says Liz. Oh, please, spare me, Liz. I don't want to get angry tonight. I'm in a very good mood, as you can see. But why don't you like him, asks Bernice. He's a nice guy. I like him. Ah, good, Liz. Problem solved. Tell him about Bernice. It's you want. He kept asking about you the other day when he dropped me off at home, says Bernice. And you didn't tell him how much you liked him. I'm surprised he has a car, Sandra replies. A G-Wagon, replied Bernice. Borrowed, I guess, says Sandra. Come on, Sandra, give the guy a chance. Get to know him, says Liz. I don't like him. He's not my type. Besides, Bernice just showed interest. I prefer someone like Lawrence. Oh, really? How is Lawrence your type now, Sandra? I know all I had to say before you accepted him, says Liz. Well, that was before I knew him. And what do you know about Lawrence? Asks Bernice. Money and luxurious car don't make a good man, says the lady with no man in the last 4 years, Sandra replies. I mean, I would choose that over having casual sex, says Bernice. And what is that supposed to mean? Before Bernice could fire back, Liz interjected, rolling her eyes dramatically. Oh, please, guys, can we not do this right now? She snapped, waving her hand dismissively. We're supposed to be having a good time, not this. Liz's phone rings and it's Lawrence. Hey babe, where are you? She looks up and sees Lawrence. Look to your right, you'll see me waving, says Lawrence over the phone. Liz cuts the call. And you had to invite the lowlife again tonight. What is wrong with you girls? Look at this cheap t-shirt and jeans, says Sandra. Hello ladies, says Lawrence. Hi Lawrence, says Bernice. Hi, says Sandra. Lawrence ignored Sandra's coldness and kissed Liz on the lips. He still cannot understand Drake's attraction to the lady. Left to him, he would rather not be in her company. Hey Liz, Bernice. Hi Drake, says Bernice and Liz. Hey Spicy, says Drake to Sandra. It's Sandra, she snapped. Who is responsible for this mood now? They ruined my chance again tonight, says Drake. Sandra stands up to leave. I don't have time for this, and if I have to keep seeing him each time we go out, then I'll probably turn down your invite. Drake stopped Sandra and touched her on the arm. You don't have to go, he says. Sandra slaps Drake across the face. Don't you dare touch me. Sandra, says Bernice. Drake smiles. Sandra walks away and Liz looks at Drake and mouths, I'm sorry. It's okay, replied Drake. Are you okay? Asked Bernice. Yes, I'm okay. Come, sit beside me, says Bernice. Drake walks towards Bernice. His pride is hurt. He sits beside her. Are you okay? Asked Bernice. Yeah, I'm fine. It hurts a bit to be publicly humiliated, but I'll get over it. I'm so sorry. Come, let's go dance in the club. It's not worth it. So Bernice and Drake stepped into the club, the rhythm of the music pulling them onto the dance floor. They danced, laughed, and lost themselves in the night. Bernice couldn't help but feel drawn to Drake. His easy charm, the way he moved with confidence. She liked him more than she'd like to admit. But the tug in her chest was bittersweet. She knew he was after Sandra, not her.